Faz, that's a home point. It's another clean sheet. I suspect that 90 minutes was right up your street.
No, obviously I think it wasn't the prettiest game of football. I think from both sides it was they come here with a game plan. They made it really difficult for us. They pressed all over. You got to give them credit. And I think we just had to show resilience and step up to the task because they're a really physical side. And I think all over the pitch for majority of the game, if not 90 minutes, we did that. And I think those games get defined by errors or fine margins, and maybe we might have fallen on the latter end of it earlier on in the season. But I think it shows how we dogged it out and kept the clean sheet, and it's a credit to us, the defenders, all the lads on the pitch. So, like I say, it's a point in the right direction, and we've got to move on.
I was going to ask you, actually, would you have lost a game like that at other times earlier in the season, potentially?
Yeah, maybe early doors. I think you can see we had a problem with late goals and stuff like that. And obviously, I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a little bit irrelevant now. Do you know what I mean? But I think we've turned the sheet. We've shown this month has been a really productive month for us, and we're as a team we're in a good place. We're happy and we're building in the right direction. And like I say, we want to keep this momentum going. We've got another real tough test on Saturday with Port Vale away. But I think we're in a flow at the moment where we're not scared of anything. We're not scared of anyone. So we'll rest, recover the next couple of days, and have a game plan, and we'll go all for it.
There's a lot of technical stuff and a lot of analysis talked about football. Sometimes, if you just give absolutely everything you've got and leave absolutely nothing out there, is that enough? Is that kind of what we've seen tonight?
Yeah. In some parts, I think sometimes people can complicate football. But in the end of the day, if well, let's talk personally. If I go out there every day when I cross the white line and I give it everything I've got, then you won't be far off. And I think in these last 4 or 5 performances, bar maybe the Notts County, but obviously they're a really good side and they turned up on the day. But the other performances, I think we've shown a lot of grit, resilience. We've come back in games, we've held on in games, we've led, we've gone to places where teams are hot in form, and we've stayed strong and we've scored goals and we've looked dangerous. So we've proven that we're a good match for anyone, and I think now we just need to keep building. Obviously, we're coming to the business end of the season, where this is where you need to put the points on the table, and at the moment we're doing that, and let's continue it, and that's by hard work, graft, and determination, which this squad's got abundance of.
Just on a personal note, does it set the tone sometimes? I've talked a lot this season with players in this changing room about leaders, about Worley, about Keneally, about Donald Love. From your own point of view, can you set the tone sometimes? If you put your head when the boots are flying, if you make that interception, if you make a tackle, does that lift other players sometimes?
Yeah, no, I think it's just lead by example. We've got a young squad with a mixture of a couple older players, let's say, but no, I think it's just lead by example and be that shoulder if they need it, to talk to, encourage when you need to, because that's important in the game nowadays, and also give a stern word when you need to. But I think it's always, for me, it's about leading from example. And if I'm going out there and I'm talking, I'm on it, I'm heading things, I'm fighting, then I feel like the boys will follow, and the young lads, they can learn. And I might not be able to teach them how to step in, take on 5 guys and hit a massive diag, but if they can take bits and bobs from me and I can help in their journey, if that's with Aki or wherever they go, because obviously they're young lads, then I'm buzzing, I'm happy.
How much growth are you seeing in that group of players?
Massive. You just have to look at the age of some of those players that start in 11. Some of the age of the players is they've got leaps and years and years and years to go, and I think it's weird because the way some of them have progress, which is natural, is it feels like a little bit of a different season. Do you know what I mean? And it's exciting, it's nice, it's good to see, and it's always nice. Like I said, they're very lucky here with the gaffer and Jed, how they put so much responsibility on the youngsters, because like the saying is, if you're good enough, then you're old enough. Do you know what I mean? So no, it's exciting, and like I say, the most important thing is the results are going well, like they should be, and we're working hard and we're going in the right direction.
Just in terms of the coaching staff, you're doing it without your manager at the moment for very sad, very tragic personal reasons. what does it say about the togetherness? What does it say about the work you're putting in for each other that Jed Brannan has stepped up? Obviously, he's managed you before. Lee Camp is helping out. You guys out there are getting the job done, and you're doing it for him.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think Jed and the gaffer, they're like a double act anyways. They're like best mates. They bounce off each other, and the lads really respect them. And I think the way we've been playing in the last 2 games, and when the gaffer's here, it's a credit to the gaffer, really. It shows how much the boys care, because obviously we know he's hurting at the moment, and we wish him nothing but love and support and stuff, and take his time in this hard time, and we wish him all the best and stuff. But how do we repay the gaffer with the faith he's shown in all of us? He's brought me to the club, brought a lot of those players you've mentioned in the past to the club, and also given a lot of the youngsters an opportunity. How do we repay that? Is, well, we go out there and we graft and we can work hard, because he always says that's the least you can do. If you come off there and you give it everything, then you won't be far off. So, no, I want these performances. I wouldn't say they're dedicated to the gaffer, but he's in our thoughts, and we really want to do well for him to try, obviously, cheer him up as much as possible.